Okay, hi Year 9, welcome to your weekly review. So here's your first question. Remember, you've got to write your answers down in your book. Nice, neat, clear solutions, not just an answer. And then send your work through Firefly, please. Okay, so here's the first question. Stop your video and have a go. Calculate the surface area of this cuboid. Okay, should be pretty easy. So just show you the solution there. 328 centimeters squared. Okay, make sure you're using the right units. Okay, the surface area of a cube is 150 centimeters squared. Work out the volume of the cube. Okay. Right, stop your video and have a go. Now, this is a bit trickier, so I'm going to just show you how you might do this. The best thing to do is make a cube, and you don't know the side lengths of the cube, but a cube does tell me that they're all the same, so I'm going to call them x, x, and x. Well, what I know is that each square is x squared, and that there are 6 of them. So I know that 6x squared is the surface area, and that is 150. So I'm now going to solve that equation. So 150 divided by 6 equals 25. Divide both sides by 6. And so x is equal to 5. So it must be a 5 by 5 by 5 cube. So the volume of the cube is 5 times 5 times 5, 125 centimeters cubed. Okay, there's your answer. Okay. Question 3. Now, before you do this one, let me give you a hint. To find out the value of x, the length of x, the side of that triangle, you are going to need to use Pythagoras' theorem. Remember, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse side of a right-angled triangle. So there is no right-angled triangle here at the moment. You will have to cut it into 2. Okay, so there's your hint. All right, stop your video and have a go. Okay, hopefully you've done that. So the value of x is 5 because you need to cut it in half to make it a right-angled triangle. So you know you've got 3 here, 4 here, so 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to x squared. 9 plus 16 is equal to x squared equals 25, so x equals 5. Okay, so x is 5 centimeters. Now you know that you've got 5 faces to add up. Do it correctly and your answer would be 264 centimeters squared. Okay, if you're not sure, if you're getting it wrong, let me know. It's just 2 triangles, they're actually the same area, plus 3 rectangles. Okay. Right, last question. Very, very difficult. Let me just explain this question before you start, okay? Now it says the curved outer surface of a section of a semi-cylindrical pipe needs to be painted. So what do I mean by that? I mean that I have got a semi-cylindrical pipe. Okay. And that will look like this. Okay, it's half a cylinder, and all that I need to paint is the curved outer surface, the curved surface. So I don't need to paint the semicircles. I do not need to paint them. I don't need to paint the top, the roof, because that's not curved. All I have to do is paint this green curvy surface there. That's all I have to paint. Okay, that's all I have to paint. Just the green curvy surface there. So adapt the formula that we learned and see if you can use that to find the surface area that needs painting, and then be very, very careful with units of measurement. Okay, so stop the video and have a go first. Okay, now hopefully you've realised that the area of the green section is literally going to be the length of the pipe, which is 4.5 metres. But the pipe has a diameter of 12 centimetres. So I'm mixing up dimensions there. I need to make sure I use the same. So I'm going to change it to 450 centimetres, and diameter of 12 centimetres means a radius of 6 centimetres, okay? So the area of just the green section, it's a rectangle, the base of which is going to be 450, the height of which is going to be half the circumference of the circle. So 2 pi r, which is 6, and half it, because it's just half the circumference, okay? So that's going to be 450 times 6, that's going to be equal to 2,700 pi, okay? That is the area of the surface that we need to paint, okay? Actually, I've realised here that they've done it differently. They've actually done it wrong. Now, I'll tell you why they've done it wrong. You can see that their answer is actually double. So we're right, they're wrong, because what they've done is they've done as if it was a full cylinder, which is not, okay? Now, and also we need to think about the units of measurement. So this is 2,700 pi centimetres squared, okay? Let's just times that by pi in the calculator. And we get 8,482. Why is that not coming out the same? Oh yeah, 0.3 centimetres squared. Now what we need to do is convert that into metres squared. Okay, metres squared. So we remember that 1 metre squared should be equal to 10,000 centimetres squared. Okay, and we've got 8,482.3 centimetres squared, so we need to divide that by 10,000. So divide by 10,000, and that will be the same as 0.84823 metres squared. So a tin of paint can cover 1.8 metres squared. Is this sufficient? Well, yes. This value is bigger than this value, so it is sufficient. Now again, they did it wrong. They got 16,965. Well, we should know that, but if I divide it by 10,000, it'd be 1.6965 metres squared. So even if it was a full cylinder, we would still have enough paint, okay? So we do have enough paint. Sorry about that. They got the answer wrong because they didn't read it carefully and read that it was semi-cylindrical, okay? Just made the question a little bit more difficult because we had to divide that bit by 2. It's only half a cylinder. Okay, any questions at all, any misunderstandings, please ask. Otherwise, now submit your